Hello Falcons, Mr. Fleshner here, bringing you some of our May school board updates and some things that are coming out here real shortly, and we're looking for some feedback from you on. So let's go through some of the big pieces from our May school board meeting. So finished up some policy revisions after the legislative session, got some of those things in line with everything. Kind of really reviewed some budgets going into next year. Kelly kind of really went through his technology budget. One of the things that's going to be really important, or we feel is really important going forward, as we maybe look at for some facility work, is to make sure we don't lose track of a lot of the technology needs that really help our students and our teachers learn throughout the year. So new devices coming in, those kind of things, we want to keep all that planned ahead. School fees for next year, those are set and will be sent out. All fees will remain the same. There'll be one change though. The student activity fee will be increased $10 going into next year. Other than that, all fees will remain the same, no increases on any of those things. Talked about a little bit about subs. So currently our sub rate is $120 a day. We're going to move that to $130 a day next year. Really thankful for all those people that come out and help sub when we have staff that aren't able to be at school. Some to-do items going into next year with nutrition, approved a lot of those kind of bids. Fuel bids accepted going into next year. I've made a couple of adjustments, some contractual things in our printers and copying services. Really looking to save some funds, but also provide the supports to students and staff and our printing needs here at school. We'll also be advertising here real soon, so take a look out on school information and on Facebook about the sale of Chromebooks. That's something we've done in the past, we'll continue to do. Kelly, I'm sure, will be getting some of that information out to people, so if you're interested, follow those procedures that he lists there. If you're interested in maybe purchasing a Chromebook. Also this summer, we're not going to get into a lot of facility work this summer as we kind of plan ahead, but one thing we will do that's a little bit bigger, we'll be joining the City of Aplington in an asphalting project just north of the building there on Quinn Street. Really just combining forces, and really in economics makes sense for us to redo some asphalting over in Aplington again this summer. Driver's ed contracts were approved. Hopefully we'll have an announcement very soon for you on the next head football coach here at Aplington Parkersburg. Now I'm going to jump into a few of my notes from a superintendent report that was shared with the school board. One of those things is there's still some question marks with how the AEA services will be provided. I think it's really, really important to note though, the services we're talking about are not special ed services. Those will remain as they've been in the past. All the funding will move to the AEAs. Those students and their families will be supported just as they've been. The real change is really in media and instructional services. The legislation kind of changed how those dollars were flowed through. Right now, Aplington Parkersburg are planning to retain those funds, but as the AEA kind of rolls out their plans, we'll keep people updated on how we might use those. Probably the biggest piece that I kind of put out in my report that I really want to share is the master facility planning feedback. So we had a meeting here just a few weeks ago, about 100 people in attendance. I'm really thankful for all those people, but we also know not everybody had the time to make it. So I'd really try to cue you back into looking at our school website. On the main landing page, right in the middle of the updates, there's a slide deck presentation with a video that talks through each of the slides that were presented that evening. So I'd really try to cue you in there, and maybe we can kind of take a screenshot or something to cue you into where that's located at. It's about 30 minutes in length. Okay, so it's not super lengthy, but if you'd really like an update on kind of some of the thoughts that Master Facility Planning Committee have worked through, you can find it there. The next piece, either through school email channels, Facebook channels, and other social media channels, really we still want some feedback from you, and there'll be a QR link inside of there, or there's some other survey links, okay? For feedback, we want to hear from you. So if you're a pretty active Facebook user and you want to be able to capture that and maybe share it on some boards that you use to get some more feedback from the Aplington Parkersburg communities, we want to hear that, okay? I know there's some conversations out there that, maybe that plan's already set. That's not true. There are not plans that are already set. The committee's still seeking feedback before they bring anything forward. Now, some timelines for this. Really, we've got a little over a week that the survey will be back out there. It will not take you a long time to do, okay? Definitely less than 10 minutes, okay? But we really, really encourage you, give us your feedback on some things we're kind of thinking about as we look forward to some facility work, okay? So take care of that. as we kind of plan, that committee will reconvene early June, and hoping that committee will bring a proposal to the school board at their regular June meeting. Okay, so we've got really about a month or so, but that's going to go really, really fast. So the first thing I'd really encourage you to do, look for that QR link or that link to that survey, and if you take a few minutes to give us some feedback, we'd really, really appreciate it. And with that being said, I hope everybody is doing well, and go Falcons.